So now while we are certain that there will be a future Witcher game based in the Witcher universe, we do not know much about it. We don't even know how it's going to be named. Whether it's Witcher 4 or whether it's Witcher Polaris, almost nothing is known surrounding an upcoming Witcher game. So in the last couple of days I was thinking to myself, the opportunities of The Witcher 4 are so huge. There's so many incredible places that we haven't seen in the games, or interesting characters that we know from the books and should be in an upcoming Witcher game. So in the last couple of days I thought to myself, what would be some locations that we know from the books but haven't seen in the video games that would be so interesting to see? And now obviously in The Witcher we have a lot of those locations, and one of them being Mahakam. Now Mahakam is the realm of the dwarves. You know, in a lot of dialogues you talk about Mahakam, or where you go through a city where a lot of dwarves live, a lot of them talk about Mahakam in the background. You know, in the books it's described as a region with a lot of mountains that has very rich mineral deposits, skilled blacksmiths, and the capital city of Mahakam is actually Mount Carbon, which is a city built underground. And you know, when I think about Mahakam, I imagine something like we had in the Hobbit films, where we had the mountain Erebor. That was also the home for a lot of dwarves. And you know, just imagine visiting cities built in the mountains. And I mean, Mahakam is a place that you hear a lot in the games. I mean, whether it's Zoltan or Yap and Zigrin, they always talk about Mahakam and how dearly they would like to go back. So visiting that would definitely be a dream come true. Now another place that I would love to see in an upcoming Witcher game is the Brokilon Forest. Now we have seen the Brokilon Forest in the Netflix series, but you know, we haven't really seen much. You know, it's the home of the Dryads that specifically in The Witcher 1 you get to know the most about the place. And you know, when I think about that place, I imagine something like we had in The Lord of the Rings, where the Fellowship went into Lothlorien. You know, imagine a powerful and magical forest with endless of interesting places and things to see. But you know, there are so many other locations that I would love to see in an upcoming Witcher game that we have heard about and read about a lot. You know, places like Vengerberg, that is the capital city of the kingdom Dol Blathanna. Or the Stigger Castle, a very big fortress that comes from the books. But definitely one place that we all have seen and even have visited. But one place in particular I feel like most of us felt like they really wanted to explore it more. We have been in that location in The Witcher 3. Now obviously I'm talking about the NL world that we have been in The Witcher 3 with Geralt. And now even though we have visited the world, we weren't really able to explore it properly. Now you could only see the landscapes and how beautiful everything looked. And the first time I played the game, I even tried to jump down over this fence in order to explore the world myself. Obviously that did not work, but I feel like there would be a place that people would love to explore because it was so magical and looked so intriguing with a very, very home-like ambience in it. So as you may notice, there are a lot of locations that we could visit in an upcoming Witcher game. But now where we actually will go really depends on the main character that we're going to play. And now what are the possibilities when it comes to the main character? Now obviously the two obvious ones that a lot of fans have been talking about are, on the one hand, to play Vesemir. Now Vesemir feels like has a very, very interesting backstory. Now when he talks about the things that he has done in The Witcher 3, or even when you meet a woman that had a romance with Vesemir in the past, it feels like he had a very dense and very interesting backstory, and it would make a lot of sense to finally be able to play as him. Imagine going your own route, but in the end trying to find new Witchers in order to keep the species alive. And now the other alternative obviously is Ciri. That's just such an obvious possibility, but I think both of those alternatives are quite unlikely because it would just be too obvious. Now we will probably be playing as a Witcher from another school, like from the Cat School or like from the Griffin School. Which is also very nice because we had been playing as Geralt, which is a Witcher from the Wolf School, but learning about other Witchers and how they live would also be very, very interesting. And obviously the scenery and locations would also be the consequence of where we would play. So as you might notice, there are a lot of different possibilities. But it has been confirmed that the upcoming Witcher games will be a trilogy. And if you think about the Geralt trilogy and think about how many different places we were able to visit, I think a lot of those places and locations that I just talked about will be explorable in those upcoming 3 games. But here I want to ask you about your opinion and what you think about it. What are the places that you would like to see, and have you read the books? Maybe I have forgotten some regions that sounded very interesting in the books, but we were not able to explore in a video game yet. So as you probably noticed, I really love talking about a game like this, because after reading all the books, watching the movie, playing all the 3 video games, and even watching the Netflix series, which definitely was better than all of the 3 games combined, I'm really looking forward to a new Witcher game. You know, with new graphics, with Unreal Engine 5, with new places to visit, with new characters to meet. And I think an upcoming Witcher game would break all kinds of records if it's done properly. And it will be one of the most anticipated games from recent years. So if CD Projekt Red will do this right, it will definitely be one of the biggest games ever created. Okay guys, but as I said, drop your thoughts on The Witcher 4, or on an upcoming Witcher game I should say, in the comments, and tell me what you think about it. But that was it from me guys, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.